everyone, and welcome to this installment of the CEO Conversation series. Our aim in this series is to bring you short, snapshot-style conversations with ANSP CEO, asking key questions about their plans for the year ahead. Our guest today is Farhan Guliyev, Director of AZANS, the Azerbaijani Air Navigation Services and hosts of next year's Kanzo AGM. Welcome, Farhan.
Hello, thank you very much. Thank you for the invitation. I'm very pleased to see you.
Very welcome. To start, can you tell me, how has your organization approached the past 6 months, and how has that changed from what your plans might have been pre-pandemic?
Frankly speaking, we were not ready for such dramatic changes, maybe all of us. Since beginning of the March, sharp decline in air traffic, almost zero at the airports, and about 70–90% overflight in Azerbaijan. Despite financial difficulties, cost-cutting measures, and mostly inconveniences due to the operational adaptation to COVID measures, we continue to provide safety of the flights, maintain the CNS system, pay salaries, follow licensing requirements, and even manage it to create favorable conditions on the charges to airlines. Of course, we are now working in the cost-cutting mode, but nothing has been changed from performance point of view, and we managed to mobilize and maintain our operation and availability of our full services.
Thanks. And what do you think you've learned so far? What have been the successes, and what maybe hasn't gone so well, do you think?
Crisis exposed a number of weaknesses in aviation, obviously, and also identified the target for us for improvements. Important things for me is that this pandemic make believe us to ourselves that we can manage such kind of dramatic challenges. We learn to work remotely, to study remotely, quickly adapt to the situation, to develop short-term strategies, and even understand each other remotely. And I think the main failures of ANSP was our experience in the financial management and existing of the global economical and policies and standards on the ANSP charges. We were not secured very much in this term.
Thanks. And when we think about the last 6 months, we talk a lot about maintaining operations. If we think maybe a little bit more strategically and look ahead to the future, how do you think the aviation industry, the suppliers, the stakeholders, the Kanzo members, how should we work together to help improve and build resilience?
It's a very important question. COVID pandemic highlights that the danger to ignore our interdependence and the importance of the global cooperation. Almost every challenges, all problems require cooperation to solve it. On individual level, we will not be able to solve this. So we cooperate on the different levels, on the national level, on local level, on regional level, international level. And we still have a long way forward to work together to bring back aviation in the normal life. We need to review and strengthen our cooperation and partnership strategies with the neighboring ANSPs, with the airport, with the airlines, and international organizations. And I will say that Council played an important global role in the coordination process and prompt required actions during pandemic. And I see in the future role of the Council will be much more important.
Thank you. And if we look a little bit to the future now, in your opinion, what do you think are the biggest risks and the biggest opportunities for the entire industry, this entire supply chain in the coming years?
I will say that our risk is our opportunities, so we don't need to be afraid of the risks. But I think the main challenge in the future in the near future was a mutual understanding and disruptions. Because after pandemic, each aviation industry, each company will have their own problem to solve. Will we be able to understand each other, to come to common conclusions, solutions, to consensuses? This is an important thing. This is the main risk of the next steps. I'm sure that we certainly will manage to handle the rapidly increase of the traffic after the pandemic, but we need to be ready for consensuses. And another important thing and another risk, my concern, is to miss fourth industrial revolution in ANSP sector with our current problems. We have been on very high technological level, and I wish that we manage to keep and handle this, because it will be pity to lose this. And I think we need to concentrate on emerging technologies, to put all our efforts to accelerate of development of the new era of aviation technologies and also regulations.
Thanks. And finally, last question, I'm going to ask you to play the 3-word game. What 3 words would you use to describe the ATM community today, and why?
I will go with not specific words and with not with professional words, but very important words. I will say first is the spirit. We have as a passion to our profession and what we do. So we desire to see our industry alive again. This is a spirit. And then another word I would like to tell is responsibility. We feel importance of what we do, and we took our works very seriously. And another point I will say that essentiality. Vitality of ATM become much more obvious today, and aviation industry cannot exist without air navigation.
Lovely words, Farhan. Thank you very much for your time, and we look forward to seeing you at the AGM next year. Thank you.
Thank you very much.